WJXT, the morning show starts now.
Well, he is charged with killing a real estate agent. Her body discovered in a shallow grave.
We are talking with a local realtor about how they can stay safe while showing homes. That's next.
The man accused of abducting and killing an Arkansas real estate agent says he wanted to plead guilty. 33-year-old Aaron Lewis says he just wants this to be over with, but says his lawyer told him to plead not guilty. A 49-year-old Beverly Carter's body was found in a shallow grave about 20 miles northeast of Little Rock. Investigators say Lewis admitted to kidnapping her but would not say where she was. He told reporters he didn't kill her. There was somebody else involved, but investigators say they don't think so. When reporters asked why Beverly, he said because she was just a woman who worked alone, a rich broker. Inside Edition reports 200 realtors have been murdered in the last 20 years while showing homes. Joining us now to talk about safety among real estate agents, Cara Ameer. Good morning. Welcome back to the morning show. Good to have you here. When you first start dealing with somebody, is there something in the back of your mind that makes you suspicious?
Well, there's certain qualifying techniques that we use to vet prospects before we go and show them a house. Just because someone calls us doesn't mean that it's smart to just drop everything and run. There's a series of questions and things that we can do to make sure, is this person really legitimate?
But with this story so much in the headlines, with this successful woman who was targeted very much in the news, does that make you think twice now?
Absolutely. I mean, a tragedy like this definitely spreads across the real estate agent community, and our hearts, certainly go out to Beverly Carter's family, but it definitely causes you to rethink, what you do before you show a house, because we're all guilty of, getting comfortable. We know our areas. We generally tend to know a lot of the people we're dealing with, and it's easy to let your guard down.
Now, the man who targeted her said she was rich and she was alone. That worked alone, which is why he targeted her. Not every real estate agent is rich, but most do work alone and will show up at a house alone. What kind of safeguards do you need to employ to protect yourself?
Well, in that case, for example, never go to a house alone, especially a vacant one. Definitely let people know where you're going. Use the buddy system. Have a trusted colleague come with you, especially as a female. Take a male, real estate agent with you, or your partner, spouse, boyfriend, for example. Always let someone know where you're going. Never put a prospect in your car alone, for example. If something doesn't sound right, if it's not adding up, don't do it.
Well, listen to your gut, basically, is what
Definitely.
You're saying. Yeah. What's the buzz among real estate agents these days, given this news?
Well, definitely, what things that I've been following, especially on social media, shock, anger, resentment. What can we do to prevent this happening again? Real estate agent is actually one of the most dangerous careers according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's, ranked right up there with convenience store clerks and taxi drivers. So I think it requires all of us to, collectively practice safety and, preventative measures before we just run out and show, property to the public, because we are a profession where we have unfettered access. People have unfettered access to us pretty much all the time, and it's up to us to set limits and to be careful, because in the end, no sale is worth it, no matter how much money.
And the reality is most of you work maybe for a broker, but you're really independent contractors. But there are associations, professional associations. Do you think that the associations are going to react to this and say, okay, we've got to have some effective training for the realtors out there, and we've got to get a message about safety across?
Well, a lot of the realtor boards and associations across the country are already implementing realtor safety. That is usually one of the fundamentals of new realtor training and orientation. Offices have policies and procedures. For example, bringing a prospect you don't know into the office, having them fill out a registration card, getting a photocopy of their ID. Now, in today's, in the fly, mobile, go society, that may not always be practical, but you should always meet somebody in a public place and take a picture on your cell phone of that person's ID. If they have a problem with that, then that may not be somebody you want to work with.
So basically what you're saying is vet the person, leave a trail, and know who you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Cara, thank you very much. Stay safe out there. Appreciate your time. It is 7:49, right on the button. Jen.